Today is the final day of the Sabaidee Light Festival in Luang Prabang, and you can feel the city gearing up for the finale. There's music in the streets, there's people selling the little boats that people will put on the Mekong as an offering. There's seats being set up here for the rich and privileged. I think the actual boats leave from here and they make their way all the way down here, down to another temple on the Mekong River. Trying to actually find confirmation of that is proving to be impossible. The official Facebook group says that the whole thing starts at 5, other people saying it starts at 7, and everywhere in between. So it's very kind of, I wouldn't say it's unorganised, but yeah, it's not a Western standard of organisation, which all adds to the beauty of it, I suppose. For the second consecutive morning, I've gone to Break for a Bread, which is a little breakfast place. It does lovely baguettes. They're very, very cheap, but less than £1. And for the second day running, it's closed. And I've just come back into this heritage house where all the kind of festival takes place all week, pretty much. And Break for a Bread are here. They've got a stall here, which is why they're not opening the shop. And they're basically just selling these things, which I think is betel leaf stuffed with pork. Delicious, really nice. Like kind of like pork sausage. I'm not sure whether the sausage was actually spiced with anything or whether it was just the kind of chili dip that came with it. But that was really nice, just the right level of spice. Oh, what am I going to have next? Is this the pate that you had the free samples?
A sample is tonight.
Yeah, so like the other night I had a free? Same one? Same, yeah. What is it? Is it chicken or?
Duck river.
It's what, sorry?
Duck river.
Duck?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. It's really nice. Just at the back of that craft centre on the next street, there's a French institution, and apparently this is something to do with International Coffee Day. So it's basically selling coffee. But like, can I get a coffee? That's the thing. Some interesting nuggets of coffee information that I didn't know. Disposable coffee cups are not recyclable, and they give off 0.1 kilograms of CO2 greenhouse gas emissions. And for an average coffee cup that costs 15,000 kip, farmers earn only 2% of the final value. So they've got to sell a lot of coffee. I've just read that information about how the coffee cups are not recyclable, and then you come out and every single one of them are using them.
I'm gonna roast the beans from Ban Mai. I said, okay, this is podcast. Okay.
The patio was really nice, but it's not going to fill me up until tea time, so I just walked up this side street and saw this. Just one of them is mine. I'm not going to be too greedy. It's my last night tonight before I leave. Oh, this fella. Seen this guy around. Dreadlock dog. So that will keep me going, I think, until tonight when I come out, stuff my face with some more wonderful Lao food. Just some fatty pork. It's 5 PM on the last day of the Sabaidee Light Festival of Luang Prabang. All the official programmes and posters and everything that I've seen said that the festival starts at 5 PM. I don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, why would you start the festival when it's still light? So I'm going to head up there anyway. It'll only take me 10 minutes to get to what I think is the starting point. Might have a beer on the way. And yeah, tonight's the night then. Whenever people ask me what my YouTube channel is called and I tell them Global Treats, that word treats confuses the hell out of a lot of people. In Europe, people were searching for global threats, That's a whole different channel. That's my second channel. Yeah, and in Southeast Asia the word treats, they struggle with it, which is why I have my wonderful band that I had made in Bangkok on Khao San Road, so I can just show them that and then they know what I'm talking about. Global treats. I was going to go and have a look at a couple of the temples that are at the other side of the city centre. I have visited them in the day, but I've not visited them during the festival. But there's no point yet, is there? It's still bloody light. Might walk down to the Mekong, watch the sun go down. That's the kind of thing you do when you're chilling out in Luang Prabang. You just go, oh, I might walk down to the Mekong River and watch the sunset. And then go and buy a curry for £1.50. Just coming to the end of this road now, and I've already seen one of the, are they boats or some kind of float boat type thing, just making its way to what I think is the starting point. Luang Prabang seems very busy tonight. In fact, there's another one, there's this one here, this is the one I spotted, there's another one right in front. There we are, this is the first one that I've seen. It's not a night to be wanting to get anywhere fast on the streets of Luang Prabang. And here's the second one, a bit more colourful. I don't know if all these uniforms are school uniforms or what, I don't know what. All the kids are all wearing the same clothes. Wow, there's bloody loads down here. It did say it was a 5 o'clock start. I think that's probably to get everyone down here in time for the actual parade, which I think will happen when it's sunset. On this one we have the River Mekong going around the side, the old Lao houses. They're all just like queued up now. We have the speakers playing the traditional music. I think these shirts that everyone's wearing are like kind of shirts to represent which temple it's come from. Big Sister Mouse, this one's come from. Yeah, they all have mice on their back. Easy, fun and educational book. So, some kind of school. It's all bloody happening tonight, look at it. Lao Brewery Company. This is a nice one, I like this one. Hello! I bloody love the Lao people. They are literally just the friendliest people in the world. I mean, you think that of Thailand, and they are as well, to be fair. But yeah, they're just so happy to see you all the time. Well, this is the first one, but these guys, which was the first one I saw, they're coming right up to the front. There's no stopping them. Let's have a look around the side. So it's covered in candles, so they're going to light these candles. Hopefully the whole thing doesn't set on fire. Look at these guys, they're going right to the front. Civilized school these are from. Right to the front. Traditional Lao dress here. This is like the Lao catwalk that I watched the other night. What's this guy doing? Well, it's 5:20. I don't think anything's really going to start happening until the sun goes down. So I'm going to go find myself a lovely little bar to have a nice cheeky little beer. This is what I saw earlier on. They were setting up these tables. This is obviously like the best view of the festival. I don't know what you have to do to get a table there. Maybe you just have to be part of the elite in Laos, or Luang Prabang should I say. Or maybe you just pay. Maybe you just pay for a seat, I don't know. Over here you can see these are just travellers, backpackers, just grabbing a seat, sitting down. People are drinking beer low up there, so that might be an option. Just grab a couple of beers and go and sit up there. But once you get down to this end of this main street where all the night market is, then you walk down towards the other end. There's a lot of really cool bars actually, and this is probably my favourite. It's one that I've been in a few times, and yeah, they said I couldn't sit here because there's a reservation at 7:30. It's like 5:20. I'm having one beer. I think I'll be done by then. As you can see, the sun has disappeared. It's getting darker now. It's just gone 6 o'clock, I think. So I imagine that it's all going to be starting pretty soon. Now most of the bars along this road, all the tables have been reserved. So what I think I'm going to do is grab a couple of beers from a shop and go and sit on the hill and watch the procession from this starting point. Luang Prabang is looking particularly beautiful tonight. I've been sat here for 45 minutes and nothing's happening yet, but a big cheer has gone up, so I'm hoping that the procession is about to start. So the procession is starting with basically hundreds of people just carrying lanterns through the street. Being sat on the hill, I want to get right up close now. I don't know how many of these kind of boats there are. They just keep coming. I can look in the distance and see, yeah, as far as I can see, there's more coming, so I could be here a while. Well, I'm right down now, right next to the procession. There's just literally thousands of people here, and the boats just keep on coming. It just never stops. What an amazing celebration. So all these boats, they're not just made by just the temples. This one is Tech VLC College. We've had nurseries, we've had all kinds of things. And look at these. Maybe the fancy seating that I saw them putting up earlier on, maybe these are the judges. Maybe these are the ones that decide who's this year's winner. So busy to think that, like, you know, like a few days ago I was walking down the street and there was no one on it. Now look at it. There's still dozens to come. It just goes on. I can see right over to the end of the street. It's a big long street and it just goes on and on and on and on. This is probably the best place to actually see it, because this is right in front of what I think is the judges. So when they come here, they're going to like really try hard to impress. So everyone starts dancing. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just talking absolute shit. I was going to leave Luang Prabang this time last week, and then I found out about this festival going on, And I read online, it said if you're anywhere near Luang Prabang at the time of this festival, then you simply have to be there. This is also happening in Vientiane and other cities as well. But because Luang Prabang is such a beautiful place, this is the place to come and see this festival. And wow. I mean, the last couple of nights walking around the temples with all the lanterns and everything, the place has just come alive. And it's absolutely beautiful. And wow, I mean, just look at it. Well, this is not even a boat. This is just people drumming and playing music and dancing. It's absolutely wonderful. And the atmosphere, I can't even begin to tell you how wonderful it feels being here. It's just absolutely fantastic. Is that Candy Lion? It's bloody Candy Lion. I'm walking away from the procession now, and the wrong direction, because it all ends up down on the Mekong, and that's where I want to end up. But I need a beer, so let's go and find a beer. I also need a bloody toilet. Oh, look at these guys. I'm sure it won't take me long to find a beer, to be honest. What about this little shop here? Let's try here. I can't see any fridge. A lot of people, when they come traveling to Southeast Asia, they miss Laos. They skip it. They've never heard of it. They don't know anything about it. Man, these people are missing out on a lot. Told you it wouldn't take long. Beer Lao in a can in the fridge. I did actually look online earlier on to see if you were allowed to drink in public in the streets of Laos. And you are. You just have to be 18. If you want to drink in your own house, you don't have to be any age. See a lot of the night market stalls. Obviously this is where the night market is usually, so they're missing a day of business. So what a lot of them have done is just like set up down here. Probably their busiest day. We got some catching up to do, guys. Come on, keep up. We haven't missed that. Every one of these has got a guy who's walking alongside it with step ladders, just in case. Here we see, look. How these haven't set on fire yet, I don't know. But here's the guy with the ladder, he's going to sort it out. Wow, look at this. I don't know what that was. A few days ago I was walking around Luang Prabang and I came across a temple that I'd not seen before, and I went in and it seemed like it was just a huge craft thing going on, like a school or something. They were making all kinds of things and I had no idea what was going on. Later that day I bumped into a couple who were on their 10-year honeymoon. They're a year into their 10-year honeymoon, and basically they're here and they vlog, they Instagram, they do all kinds of things. They play gigs around the city. Lovely couple, guys from Scotland, I think the girl's from Belgium, and they told me that they were staying for the festival. And I was like, what festival? And then it all made sense why all the temples are making all these kind of craft things and these huge boats and everything. I would have found out about it anyway because the whole city has been building up to this, but that was my first kind of knowledge that there was a festival in Luang Prabang a few days after I was about to leave. As soon as I found out this was happening, I decided to stay. I'm leaving the procession now because I could basically stand there all night. It's going on forever. There's hundreds of the bloody things. And I need food. I'm just going to walk down here and then head towards where this procession ends and hopefully on the way find a little restaurant. There's no point walking down the actual main street, because every single restaurant and bar is going to be absolutely packed with people that have made reservations so they can sit, have some food, have some beer and enjoy the procession. So I need to find an alternative to that, which means like some backstreet cafe restaurant somewhere. Now they might all be closed, they might be closed because of this thing, so well, we will see. These are the things that people are buying and lighting incense and candles and setting off on the Mekong as a forgiveness for all the pollution that they've been pumping into the Mekong. It's a crazy concept, but it's one that's been going on for hundreds of years, so who am I to judge? Well, this is not something that I noticed the other day. Wherever there's tourists, there's crazy popping boom games. There's one. I just asked a guy how much it was to buy one of these offerings to the Mekong. He looked terrified. He had no idea. I was saying, how much? Like kit, and I thought it pretty obvious, but he had no idea what I was talking about. So I gave him a bit of a man slap on the old back and sent him on his way. These are the ones for people who've got loads of money. Look at these, check these guys out. They're amazing. I was going to go to the restaurant that I went to the other day, then I looked on Google Maps and Google Maps said it's closed. But I'm going to go there anyway. You know, what does Google Maps know about some little mom and pop restaurant in Luang Prabang? On a night like tonight, maybe they're totally open, maybe it's packed, maybe I can't get in, it's so full. I'm certainly not going to any restaurants on here because they're just like way overpriced. And yeah, I went to one just around here the other day and it was bloody awful. So let's see. Well, I found this Indian, is it Indian Malaysian place? Indian Malaysian halal food, and yeah, I kind of fancy it. It's very cheap. Chicken curry is like less than £2. So I want to go in, but I need to talk. I don't know where the stuff is. I don't know where to go. It's got to be opposite here somewhere. That's a massage place. I don't know what that is. Dara restaurant, is that it? No? Well, I ain't going in unless I can use the toilet because I'm absolutely busting for a piss. But £2 for a curry, less than £2 for a curry. Well, I found the toilet. The guy came and said, yeah, the toilet's just over there. So I walked through, straight through the kitchen to the toilet. Check this out. This is where the magic happens. That's all the curries, spices. Wow. That's it, you walk through the kitchen to get to the toilet. Right, I'm going to go and sit down now and order myself some Indian, Malaysian halal food. They do Indian curries, they do nasi goreng, they do all that kind of thing. And we're literally right next to the Mekong. We can see boats, we can see all the candles that are floating downstream. It's not bad. So I got my menu and I settled down to have a look, and I put my hand on this banister here and I felt something. I was like, what's that? And it's this little bugger. Look at them. He can bugger off. Go on, get out of there. Alright, let's have a look. My belly's full now. My belly's full. Look, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. And yeah, so I think I've missed the whole thing, but we'll go and have a look anyway. It's still very busy down here. So maybe I've not missed it. There were a lot of bloody boats and I've not seen them all go down the Mekong. So maybe there's still stuff to be seen at the Sabaidee Light Festival of Luang Prabang. You say hello, Sabaidee, Sabaidee. Well, this is the direction of the temple where all the kind of procession ended, and everyone's walking in the opposite direction. So I'm pretty sure now that, yeah, whatever happened down here has finished. I didn't get to find out which one won. Maybe it'll be in tomorrow's Luang Prabang newspapers. Look at these little places here on the Mekong, beautiful. The first people had no idea what I was talking about. The second people, I'm only asking the Western tourists. The second people only arrived today and they had no idea what was going on. The third people have just come from the temple and said, no, it's still going on. The boats are still arriving and they're dropping them down into the Mekong. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go and check out the temple. So busy, I can't believe how busy it is. I was literally walking on the street like 2 days ago and there was no one on it. I love Southeast Asia. Like, there's just karaoke going on all over the place, and you know, it doesn't matter how good you are, it's just get up and you'll get a massive round of applause. They bloody love karaoke here. We've got more of the balloons. And we got, oh, knocked down the cans as well. Here we have, I guess this is a bar or a restaurant or something. Getting into the old festive spirit. Look how many people are on. This is the tune. Where is it? It's here. It appears outside the hostel every day, and the little kids who, the daughters of the woman that runs the place, all get excited. There we go. This is the end point then. This is where they've all finished up. And as you can see, there's, well, it just goes on for miles down here now. So I don't know what's going to happen with these. Are they actually going down onto the river? Is that what's happening? I guess so. We have the aggressive Lao police. It's crazy, I don't know what they expect you to do if you want to walk past. You like walk past the thing and they say, look, here we go again. Oh, is this one going in? They're only bloody traffic police, they can't tell you what to do. Ah, okay. So that's what's going on. He's trying to get us to the other side of this random bamboo stick that no one can see. So this is where they go down, right to the Mekong. Right to the Mekong. This is next in line. Let's see if we can get a better shot. I'm not scared of the traffic police, they're just bloody wannabe policemen, aren't they? Look, here we go again. Oh, here we go. So this is where they get put onto the river. It's probably about as close as we're going to get, to be honest. The people that are here are all Lao people. There's no tourists here, they know where to go. They know where the shit ends. I'm going to get told off in a minute now, but right. Bit over the top, the old Lao traffic police. So this is the final journey for the boats that we saw being carried through Luang Prabang, and now they've reached the Mekong. And yeah, I mean, there's just bloody hundreds of them queuing up. What an incredible night. To be honest, I'm now at the point where I'm thinking I don't want to just stand around and watch another boat go down the Mekong and then another boat go down the Mekong. I've seen one. They're all going to look like that, aren't they? They're all far away, so it's just, you know, a light floating down the Mekong. But it is very beautiful. But I'm in the mood to be a bit more social now, so I think I'm going to head back to my hostel and grab a few beers on the way, chat with a few people, and yeah, just enjoy my penultimate night in Luang Prabang. Tomorrow's going to be a very lazy day, and yeah, then I'm off to Vang Vieng, the party capital of Laos. So I hope you've enjoyed this extra video. I wasn't expecting to do a video in Luang Prabang. I thought I'd finished, but then I found out about this festival, and yeah, it's probably going to be a bit all over the place, this video, but I hope you've enjoyed it anyway, and I'll see you in Vang Vieng.